At -30 degrees, in the middle of a freezing storm, 9 professional mountaineers ran to their deaths wearing nothing but their underwear. Behind them, they left a tent slashed open from the inside with a knife, a scene of horror with not a single footprint in the snow, and a dark secret buried for decades in Soviet archives. Some were missing their tongues, some had shattered skulls, and others had severe internal injuries as if they had been hit by a car, yet there was not a single bruise on their bodies. Welcome to the greatest and most chilling mystery in history that even science calls unexplainable. This is the Mountain of the Dead. This is the Dyatlov Pass. In the freezing January of 1959, this team waving cheerfully from the Sverdlov train station was actually made up of some of the brightest minds and toughest athletes of the Soviet Union. Led by Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of 9 young men and women, mostly engineering students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, seasoned in mountaineering, and the mysterious guide Semyon Zolotaryov, who joined later. What drew them to Otorten Mountain, one of the wildest and most desolate corners of the Ural Mountains, was not just a passion for adventure, but also the desire to earn the Category 3 certification, considered the highest level of difficulty at the time, and achieve the title of Master of Sport. For them, this journey was both a test of physical endurance and a prestigious challenge to prove the strength of Soviet youth. In other words, every step was meticulously planned, and every member was well equipped. Their true goal was to achieve the impossible and engrave their names in mountaineering history. February 1959, in one of the most isolated points of the Ural Mountains, Kholat Syakhl, or as the local people call it, the Mountain of the Dead. Why did these 9 professional mountaineers have to face their worst nightmare that night? When the search teams arrived at the scene, what they encountered was not just a tragedy, but a complete mental breakdown. Imagine a tent slashed open from the inside from end to end. What kind of pure terror could force a person to run into -30 degrees without even having time to put on their boots or coat? With not a single foreign footprint or sign of struggle in the snow, why did these people rush out of the tent and run toward the depths of the forest, toward certain death? They found them 1.5 kilometers down, under a giant cedar tree. The first 2 bodies were there in nothing but their underwear, and their hands were torn apart. It was as if they had desperately tried to climb the tree, to hide from something above, or to see something from above. And what about the group leader, Igor Dyatlov? He died in the snow while trying to return to the tent, as if making one last attempt to reach safety. But the real horror emerged months later when the snow melted and the last 4 bodies were uncovered in a stream bed. These people had not died from freezing. The autopsy reports whispered an unbelievable truth. Some had crushed ribs, one had a massive fracture in the skull. Experts compared these injuries to being hit by a high-speed car. Yet the most chilling detail was this. Despite such severe internal damage, there was not a single external mark, not a single bruise on their bodies. How can a person's bones be destroyed from the inside without any external trauma? Was Lyudmila Dubinina's tongue being torn out from the root and her eyes missing the result of a wild animal attack, or something far more systematic? This is where the theories come into play, but which one can explain this illogical picture? The strongest scientific theory is the slab avalanche. Could a mass of snow collapsing onto the tent in the middle of the night have panicked the mountaineers? If so, why didn't these professional climbers return to the tent after the danger passed to retrieve their boots and equipment? Why did they knowingly walk to their deaths? Or was it the silent enemy known as infrasound? Low-frequency sound waves created as the wind passed through unique mountain formations, inaudible to the human ear, yet capable of directly triggering the brain's fear center. Could this sound have driven the mountaineers into uncontrollable panic and madness, pushing them toward their own demise? And what about the unexplained traces of radiation found on some of the clothing? What were the mysterious orange spheres reported by other hikers in the area that night? Was the Soviet military conducting a secret missile test in the region? If this was a military accident, was the orange discoloration of the bodies and the state's quick closure of the case as caused by an unknown compelling force part of a cover-up? Some still argue that the Mansi people were protecting their sacred lands, or that a Russian Yuti was lurking in the forest. Yet there is no foreign footprint, no sign of a weapon. Were the events of that night governed by the laws of nature, or by a dark experiment that challenges human imagination? Could that compelling force that trapped 9 lives in a freezing darkness still be out there somewhere, hidden in the winds of the mountain of the dead? So what do you think happened that night? Was it a natural phenomenon that drove a professional team into the snow without even putting on their shoes, or a dark experiment of the Cold War? Let's meet in the comments and solve this mystery together.